Got customers complaining about uneven first-pass sealant dispensing? You're not alone, and we're here to break down exactly why it happens, plus how to fix it for good. Let's start with the basics. Our sealing robot line relies on a pneumatic plus hydraulic dual system to handle sealant application, and nailing that first pass comes down to balancing these two forces correctly. First, let's talk about what's actually happening during that critical first pass. When the machine starts dispensing, the hydraulic system drives the main force behind pushing the sealant, while the pneumatic system acts as a stabilizer. If your first pass is uneven, too much sealant in some spots, too little in others, the culprit is almost always a pressure imbalance between these two systems. Here's what our in-house tests revealed. Higher hydraulic pressure directly improves sealing quality up to a point. When we cranked up the hydraulic station pressure, we saw smoother sealant flow, tighter corner fills, and fewer gaps. But push it too far, and you'll risk overloading the system, sealant oozing excessively, uneven bead shapes, or even damage to the sealant gun. So what's the sweet spot? After hundreds of trials with different glass thicknesses and sealant types, we found that 20 megapascals on the smart pressure gauge delivers near perfect results. At this pressure, the hydraulic force is strong enough to push glue evenly through the nozzle, while the pneumatic pressure stays just low enough to avoid disrupting the flow. No more messy blobs or thin, patchy lines. But what if you hit that 20 megapascals mark and still get a wonky first pass? That's where air pressure comes in. Even with ideal hydraulic pressure, if your air pressure is too high, it can fight the hydraulic system, causing the sealant to sputter or surge. Conversely, if air pressure is too low, the sealant gun might not retract properly between passes, leaving stringy residue. So the first check after hydraulic pressure? Verify your air pressure settings. They should always stay below the hydraulic pressure to keep the system working in harmony. Let's walk through a quick troubleshooting scenario. A customer recently reported that their first pass was consistently heavy on one edge. We had them check the hydraulic gauge. It was at 18 MPa, close, but not optimal, and their air pressure, it was actually higher than the hydraulic pressure. By adjusting the hydraulic pressure up to 20 megapascals and lowering the air pressure slightly, their first pass evened out immediately. Problem solved. The key takeaway: nailing the first pass isn't about more pressure equals better results, it's about precision. Our dual pneumatic hydraulic system is designed to give you that precision, but it needs the right settings to shine. Want to dive deeper? In our full-length guide, we'll show you how to calibrate both pressures step by step, explain why different sealant types need slight adjustments, and share pro tips for maintaining consistent first passes across all glass sizes. Hit follow so you don't miss it. Your sealing robot line will thank you.